Hello, beautiful people. I am Chaz. I'm not here today to talk about Pokemon. I'm not here today to talk about wrestling. I'm not here today to talk about my movies, TV shows, or any of that stuff. I'm here to reach out to. This is a tough one because mindset matters. And there's a lot of emotions going around in the world today. And people are at everybody's throats. People are at everybody. And you don't want anything bad to happen. But it seems like anytime we have a disaster in America, that's when we come together. Is that part of like us sticking together for some reason because of the greater good? Or is it because of maturity? Or what? But there seems to be a lack of maturity rampant. It's kind of crazy that the way people act, the way people are at each other, just like children. Is it because we have lack of parenting? Tell me what it is. I'd like to know so we can all fix this together. And I'm not going to try to, I don't want to talk bad about anybody because, I mean, you can look around and like, it's crazy because a group of people refuses to answer questions. And so say, for instance, you find somebody that uncovers corruption. They see something with their own eyes and brings it to everybody else's attention. The mature people are thankful. We're like, okay, we need to fix this. The immature people are like, instead of blaming and condemning and holding the people accountable that are doing this corruption and fraud and just bad stuff or self-serving interest stuff, holding them accountable, they attack the person that uncovered that problem. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, well. People, we need to hold each other accountable and be mature. Be together. We are all Americans. I know some people may see this outside of America, but I'm talking to the people that live here in this country. We have to have a solution. We have to come up with a solution together. I don't have all the answers. I may not have any of the answers. But I do know that we all need to grow up and work together for the common good of all of us. I love all of my foreign brothers and sisters. I've traveled the world. I've been to a lot of different places around the globe, and I enjoy it every time I'm there. And in able to go to those countries, I've had to follow those laws. I don't go to those countries and expect them to bow down to me. That's just not right. That's not the mature thinking. You should go to that country and assimilate. You can offer things, but don't force things down people's throats. Don't force things on people. That is what a lot of people are upset with, and people are just fed up. People have like, you know what? I'm tired of dealing with immature people that refuse to listen, refuse to communicate. They do whatever they want, and they justify thinking that they're right. And it's mind-boggling. It really is that, like, they think that they're doing good when reality is, yeah, you can peacefully protest. Perfectly fine. Stand there and be mature about it. Protest. Say what you want to say. holding bullhorns in people's faces and ears and constantly acting mature. Okay, maybe you want clicks. Maybe you want viewership. Yeah, I guess as an entertainer, I get that. But at a certain point, common sense has to prevail. Maturity has to come into play. And we quite often see a lot of these people that are like, you know, you don't want to call your fellow humans animals, but when you act like animals, it reminds me of the guy that does that. Okay, so I was raised in a time where you respect people. Kind of like you send your cards in for grading. You start out with a 10, and then all of a sudden you start taking away when those bad things you notice. That's the same thing with respect. Give people that common courtesy and respect until they disrespect you. Then you have full right to disrespect them as an adult. But use your head. I mean, I could talk for days about this, but sadly enough, the people this needs to reach, they're not going to listen. So I'm just kind of spinning my wheels, which is pretty sad because we're all in this world together. You know, a lot of people lose sight of reality and trying to force things on people, and yeah. Nobody hates gay people. Nobody hates non-white people. Nobody hates whatever. I mean, a lot of that stuff is in your head. I mean, I'm sorry that I have to be the one to tell you, but if you paid attention to both sides of media and see all kinds of angles of everything, educate yourself before you make a decision. There's a lot of people that just hate, man. Okay, I mean, if you have a valid reason, if he did something to you, okay, we get that. But when you hate a person more than you love everything else, really, come on. So that's like hating your parents because they're looking out for you, or hating your parents and constantly causing problems around the house, but yet you live with them. If you're not happy, get the fuck out. It's time to grow up, and it's time to hold each other accountable, because, I mean, nobody wants to say this either, but a lot of people, you ask them question, what's a woman? They don't want to answer because they don't want to offend people. What do you say to that? What do you say to that? I mean, do you want to help these people that may have mental issues, or do you want to, let them see it go off the deep end? Nobody wants to see anybody go off the deep end. Unless it's in the swimming pool, you know, come on. But we're all in this together. Everybody, just please grow up. I think everybody out there can be fantastic if they choose to. From the wrestling entertainment industry, from the movie industry, I've seen it. You watch any movie, you got to have a good guy and a bad guy. Okay, that makes it. And why has it become that if you wear red, white, and blue, if you're a patriot, you love your country, you're the bad guy? What world does that make sense? No, honestly. People throw out the retarded word. People throw out the word retarded. What your version of that word in your head you have fire retardant clothing. It means that it doesn't catch on. Has nothing to do with a group of people or whatever, or it's not willing to learn, not willing to accept something, not willing to take on something. And there's a lot of people out there, I'm sorry to say, you see it all the time. People are acting retarded by choice. That's the bad part. You're choosing to be ignorant. Be better than that. Be better than that, please. I know you can do it. Be fantastic. It's time for us as a society, all these crooked criminals and people and stuff. If you live in a bad neighborhood, which I have some friends that live in bad neighborhoods, they have to act tough all the time. They walk around, they're just normal people when they're out in society, but they have to act like thugs so the real thugs don't attack them. So these people that are doing protests and blocking streets and stuff, they don't want to stand up and say what a woman is. They don't want to be an adult. They don't want to be mature because then the bullies will attack them. Please pay attention. A lot of people have never gotten into politics and they don't like talking about politics because it's sad. It's sad. And another thing that's sad is I have family members that are part of one, they claim to be part of this party. Okay, cool. But at some point, you have to wake up, grow up, and realize that, okay, these politicians do not have my self-interest at heart. They're acting a fool, inciting violence. Do they really represent you? Do they? So these politicians out there saying, hey, do this, do that. When you're fighting the authority and the people that are trying to save you, protect you, and keep you safe, that's just stupid. I don't know if it's more stupid following along with them or blindly, like, man, it's mind-boggling. So at some point, you have to pay attention to the stuff that's going on around you and be like, okay, these leaders, they may be part of this party that I claim to be, but they're fucking shit up. They're making this party look bad. They don't represent me. At some point, you have to do that. Are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? Are you a fucking American? Whichever you are, be mature about it, please. Because those of us that just want to be happy and enjoy our family and enjoy the lives that we have, you can't because other people forcing shit on you and acting like childish turds. And it's quite amazing when they say they want to be left alone, but yet they're the ones in everybody's faces. How the fuck does that make any sense? I don't know. I don't want to be the one that has to say this, but please grow up and be fantastic. Why? Here's why. America.